Hello everyone, I am Catechus Gaming, and today we will begin our guided walkthrough for The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Before we start, however, a brief history lesson. This is actually the third game in the series, but chronologically takes place before the original Legend of Zelda and the Adventures of Link games on the NES. Originally released in 1991 in Japan and 92 in the States, it was immediately a hit, and still is. Since its initial release, this game has been ported to almost every Nintendo console since, selling a whopping 6.5 million copies in total by 2004. There was also a pretty good sequel called Link Between Worlds released on the 3DS not too long ago, where it definitely took advantage of foreground and background distances and jumping up and down, but that's another story. My favorite part of this game, however, is that this version of Link is a cool guy with pink hair, and according to what I found online, this was due to the limited colors available on old TVs. With a lot of the terrain being green or brown, it was decided to make his hair pink so you can have an easier time locating his head while traversing the terrain or during combat. But enough of that now. This series will cover all dungeons, heart piece locations, and even the hidden equipment, because surprisingly there's a lot of those. Now sit back and grab some snacks as we dive in on this masterpiece. Now, for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to call him Link. And I love that they have lowercase letters. Not too many of the older games did that, and it was something that actually bugged me a lot. Speaking of bugging me, does anyone else find this creepy? I mean, not the disembodied voice currently talking to us, but the fact that this house is for two people and there's only one bed? Huh. Oh well. Guess those were the times. Anyway. Help me! Oh God, please help me! I'm a prisoner in the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda. The wizard is done. He's done something to the other missing girls. Now only I remain. He seized control of the castle and is now trying to open the Seven Wise Men's seal. I'm in the dungeon of the castle, in case you forgot already. Please, get over here and help me. Hey Link, bud. I'm gonna head out for a while. I'll be back by morning. Don't leave the house. Oh yeah, because a midnight stroll requires a sword and shield. Uh-huh. Well, since Link is a rebellious youth, we're gonna follow him. Now in traditional Zelda fashion, yeah, you can lift pots and get the goodies underneath. And also, in our family treasure chest, there's a lamp item. Now, this item will automatically illuminate dark areas even when not equipped. And when equipped, it will use magic to light little fires, because Link's a frickin' pyro. Now, outside, I'd say enjoy this lovely weather, because there's no weather cycle, and this is rain texture is only used in one other location. And currently there's only one path for us to go to the castle. Every other path is blocked by guards. What are you doing up this late, kid? You can stay up when you're grown up. Now go home. Yeah, they're jerks. Young people forever! Run away! So to get to the castle, we're going to want to follow the road straight north and across the bridge, where there's conveniently another guard. Oh, and if you take too long, Zelda keeps bothering you. But this time she talks about a hidden path outside the castle in the garden, which conveniently is just to the right of the bridge. Let's follow this around, and eventually we'll get to a misplaced shrub. Pop that open to reveal a hole, and we just jump in. Oh good, a puddle saved our fall. Hey! Hey, what are you doing here? Ugh! Link! I didn't want to get you involved in this. I told you not to leave the house. Why don't you listen? Fine. Take my sword and shield and listen carefully. You can blah blah blah. Yep. Power attack, hold the attack, spin around. Link, you could do it. Save the princess. Zelda is your... Okay. Come on. You can come with me. Well, I guess not. I guess he's now permanently a fixture in this dungeon. But what he was talking about is if you hold the attack button, it'll make a sound and sparkle at the end. You can spin around, do 2 damage instead of 1. Super handy. Now these guards here with the daggers, they won't come after you, they just wander aimlessly, and honestly I think that's the most dangerous type of enemy, because I will repeatedly run into them. Now this treasure chest currently contains 5 rupees, but if we didn't pick up the lantern from the house, this would be its second location. And like I said before, if we use the lantern as an item, we can light fires like at this brazier. Fun stuff. Anyway, just head south, and we'll be back outside. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guards. We're just a gardener. Now, the sword-wielding guy, he will charge after us and follow us, but just like the green soldiers, only takes 2 hits with their current weapon level. And enemies do have levels too, like green enemies, well, green soldiers take 2 hits, blue soldiers take 3, red soldiers take 4. But that changes as our weapon level increases. Anyway, when inside the castle, we're going to want to take the left or right path on the first floor. I'm going to take the left path here. Now, in here, just follow the carpet straight north. And watch out for these doofuses here. Yeah, come on, sword guy. Keep following the carpet, and eventually we'll reach this room with a staircase down. Because dungeons are in basements, right? Makes sense. Now here's a blue guy. So he's going to take 3 hits. Luckily our spin attack does 2, and a regular attack does 1. And in the chest, we get the dungeon map, which we can access through the buttons, and it doesn't really tell us much because we also need a compass. Anywho, once we get down here, feel free to jump behind the guy so we don't have to fight him, and we can sneak our way around. We really don't need to fight any of these soldiers. We could just run right past them. And eventually they'll forget about us too. I guess they don't get paid enough. Same thing in this room. We're just gonna squirrel around and avoid all conflicts. Pacifist Link. Now this room, however, we have to kill this soldier to open these doors. And to get the key for that door, we have to come into the right room here and defeat this blue soldier. However, this treasure chest contains probably going to be the most used item, the boomerang. And again, typical fashion, if it hits an enemy, they get stunned for a bit. But in Link to the Past here, we can upgrade it to a red version for increased range and speed. I wish they'd do stuff like that more often. Anyway, continue through the north door. It's a pretty linear path. And eventually, we arrived in the lowest portion of the dungeon. Make sure to take that green guy out. And something else that's fun here. In the beginning of the game, a clay pot is honestly the most powerful weapon we have at our disposal, so feel free to use them. So if we pick one up, to the right here is going to be a flail soldier. Now normally he would take like 6 hits to kill, but dang it. But with our current setup, 2 pots will kill him and take him out. Bam. And for our troubles, we get the big key, which will unlock Zelda's cell. Oh, Link, thank you. I had a feeling you were getting close. Now listen carefully. The wizard is magically controlling all the soldiers in the castle. I fear the worst for my father. The wizard is an inhuman fiend. And by the way, did I mention he has strong magical powers? Do you understand that? Yeah, wizard. Magic. Easy. Alright, let's get out of here before the wizard notices. I know a secret path. First, we have to go to the first floor. Hurry! Okay. Now, she will follow us, but she doesn't participate or get damaged. Super nice. And this treasure chest here would be the final location for the magic lamp if you didn't grab it earlier. So now we just gotta retrace our steps back to the main level, which is pretty easy. Now in this room here, where we dodged all the soldiers, if we just head straight south, we can use the catwalk to, again, bypass them. Because again, we gotta be sneaky, we got a princess with us. So let's go. If we wait for him to get a little further down, sneak around him. Sneak around that guy. And just like that, we're back at the main level. Now, again, we got to get towards the entrance, so take the left or right. I'm going to take the right this time just to make a full loop. And it has this convenient set of stairs that we can, again, bypass the enemies. They're pretty dumb. We jump back down, we can head south, and follow the carpet. There's a secret passage in the throne room that leads to Sanctuary. I'm sure the old man there will help us. Yeah, so the throne room is straight north of this main entry room. So we just gotta head up the stairs and keep trucking. Here, just keep blasting north. Just avoid the enemies, because here's another fun fact. They can't figure out stairs. I don't understand how they became soldiers. That ornamental shelf should open. Do you have a light? It's pitch dark inside, and you can't see without one. If you're ready, let's go. Help me push it from the left. Surprisingly, she kind of looks like she's helping push because she's right on top of Link instead of behind him. That's a nice touch. Alright, now the real dungeon begins. In here, we're going to face 3 enemy types. Rats that wander aimlessly around. Key spats that will try to follow us around. And snakes, which are just the worst. They will charge at you. And you can light braziers for momentary illumination. It will wear off eventually, though. Just be mindful of that. See, that's what I mean. So in the northeast of that room is a staircase down. Now this room is going to be filled with snakes charging at us. So feel free to just hold your sword out. And even if you don't release the charge, it'll still do 1 damage to the enemy. Once the snakes are cleared, head down the stairs on the west side. And there's going to be more snakes in here. Just be careful, because they're pretty vicious. Gonna want to inch our way north. Oh look, a key spat. Got those 2 guys done. On the right-hand side is going to be a treasure chest with a key in it. I'm gonna light a brazier so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, stupid bat got me. And 1 more snake. Now, once we have the key, there's a door to the north. After passing through these sewers, we'll be very close to Sanctuary. Let's be careful. Thanks, Zelda. You're super, super helpful. Now this room is full of rats. One thing to note, they won't walk on water. Like, I don't even know how this guy got in the middle, but he's just stuck there. Ow. Oh, hey, check that out. That rat dropped 20 bucks, a red rupee. Make sure to grab big treasures like that, as they will be very helpful when we need 500 bucks soon. So when you're in the next room, just keep trucking to the left. In the top middle of the room will be a doorway. Filled with more rats. Hooray! And a key. So one of these rats is actually holding the key, so you're gonna have to run around and slaughter them all. Gall darn rats. There we go. Found the key. The door's in the northeast corner. Now this room, thankfully, is lit up for us, so we don't have to actually have our lantern anymore. And has symbols like this on the wall that make little ting sounds, as opposed to those sounds. Now, sooner than later, we'll get an item that makes us dash really fast, and we can run into these walls or place a bomb and get into them. As of now, there's nothing in there really except for some money, and money is super easy to get in this game, so nothing to worry about there. And on the north, we can push the center block to continue on. You can just skip all of these rats. There's no reason to kill them. And that's what I'm gonna do for the most part. Sanctuary is just beyond that door. Pull the switch over there. Yeah, I love that she doesn't tell us which over there, because there's two options. Ooh, it's 20 bucks. Now, one of these levers is correct, the other one is booby trap. The correct lever is the right-hand side, and we can pull that. Now, the trapped lever, the left one, will drop a whole mess of snakes, so do not do that. And there we go. Job's a good one. Princess Zelda, you are safe. Is this your doing, Link? Who told you? How do you know me? Yeah, it was Link who helped me escape from that dungeon. When I was held captive, the wizard said, "Once I have finished with you, the final one, the seal of the wise men will open." Link, you must not let the land of Hyrule fall into the wizard's clutches. If he releases the seal of the 7 wise men, well, for one, he's gonna do something to me, but 2, evil power will overwhelm this land. Before that happens, before it's too late, destroy the wizard before he destroys all of Hyrule. You can do it. You can. Oh man, this is just a lot of text. I sense that a mighty evil force guides the wizard's actions and augments his magical powers. The only weapon potent enough to defeat the wizard is the legendary Master Sword. It is said that the village elder is a descendant of one of the 7 wise men. Maybe he can tell you more. I'll mark his house on your map. But watch your every move. I'm certain that the castle soldiers will be looking for you. Don't worry though, I will hide Princess Zelda here. Seek the elder. Yeah, that was a lot, but I understand. Follow my map. Got it. Now, conveniently for all of our troubles, this treasure chest contains a heart container. Yay! Now, if we exit south, we're finally on the world map, which we also have, just convenient. And that X over there marks the village elder's house in Kakariko Village. Now, we're going to head that way, but make a slight detour for some pretty awesome stuff. Oh, but first we gotta run a soldier away. Freeze! Boomerang power. So, heading left from Sanctuary, we're just gonna follow this path until we reach the fortune teller's hut. Where if you get stuck in the game, The fortune teller for money will give vague clues on what to do next. It's not really necessary though. But if we follow the path north here and into the woods, we can get an item that will get us some magic powers and a heart piece. Stupid crow. Now if we follow the path north, we'll find a odd patch of 9 shrubs. Cut this middle shrub and fall in. Ah! For our first heart piece. Yeah! 1 down. And we could just skip this person. She doesn't really care that we took her treasure. And we're back up at the stump. Awesome. Now just to the west of that patch of shrubs are 2 log tunnels. If we take the left one, we can get ourselves a magic mushroom that smells like sweet, rotten fruit. That's pretty gross. We're gonna hold on to that for a little bit. Now we just gotta follow our steps out. Should have taken the south path. Stupid crow. Go away. Just pop out the way we came in. Well darn soldiers. No means no. There we go. Now, if we head south of the fortune teller's hut, we'll enter Kakariko Village. Oh, and these little things here for signs, if you stand in front of them, you can actually read them. Wanted. This is the criminal who kidnapped Zelda. Call the soldier if you see him. How? This literally happened moments ago. How are there already signs up? More fun. If you stand at the side, you can pick them up and destroy them in the hopes that no one will read them. They will, though. So the top right building here is the village elder's house. Who? Oh, it's you, Link. What can I do for you, young man? The elder? Oh, no one has seen him since the wizard began collecting victims. What? Master Sword? Well, I don't remember the details exactly, but... Yep, lore dump right here. Master Sword. Blade against evil. Yada yada yada. Anyway, look for the elder. There must be someone in the village who knows where he is. You take care now, Link. Yeah, thanks. Old lady wasn't very helpful at all. So from here, if we head straight left and up this little cliffside, there's that weird shape in the floor and a jump cliff. So if we jump into this, we get some loot. First off, we get 3 bombs, which is super, super helpful. 20 bucks. Some more money. Another 20. Another 20. And there's an odd shape in the wall here. We place a bomb on it. Inside is a treasure chest and more money. And a second piece of heart. So that's 2 down. Now to get out, we just gotta jump down and head up this little ramp here. Now that we have that heart piece, we can head over back to the right to this weird building with a grass roof? I don't know. It's green, I guess. Sorry. Habits. I gotta destroy all pots. And if we head to the basement here, there's a bunch of treasure chests. And moving blocks. So, we move this block kind of in a pattern like this here, we'll be able to get all of them. And we're going to get a whole mess of cash. Now remember, we need 500 rupees after the second main dungeon. And up here, there's an odd crack in the wall that we can blow up. I love that sound. And similar to the cave, there's going to be money and our third piece of heart. This game's just giving them away. We just started and we already have 3 pieces of heart. But that's all we can do here. Excuse me, sir, you didn't see nothing. Now that we're flush with cash, I think we should spend some. Just to the southwest a little bit is an odd rug merchant on a rug. You, sir! Have you been going through life without one of my hold anything bottles? Oh my god, I love this text. Well, step right up and make your life complete. I've got one on sale for the low price of 100 rupees. What do you say? Interested? Yeah, there's no haggling, just do it. Bottles are amazing. Goodbye, and thanks a lot. Now hold it above your head for the whole world to see, okay? It's good for business. Again, have I mentioned how much I love this dialogue? There we go. So magic bottles are great. We can hold potions in them that we buy from shops and witches. We can hold berries and bugs. They're just all around good stuff. Now, to the southeast of the merchant is this little hut here. And it's our good dear friend who's sick in a bed. We gotta check up on him. I can't go out because I'm sick. Cough, cough. People say I caught this cold from the evil air that's coming down off the mountain. Sniff, sniff. This is my bug catching net. I'll use it when I'm better, but for now, I'll lend it to you. Because it's dangerous to go alone. So with the bug catching net, obviously you can catch bugs, but you can also catch fairies and cram their little bodies into bottles for when we die. Also, fun Easter egg, this guy's got a picture of Mario on the wall. Ha 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 ha. Now this guy will just run away if you try to get close to him, but don't worry, you can't catch him till after the first dungeon, and when you do, he just mocks on how easy it must have been to catch the princess. This lady here still trusts us, which is good. But we can head inside her house, and there's a bomb wall there. I wouldn't recommend using it, because we only have 1 bomb left, and we need it to get the last heart piece in this town. We'll be back. Now be careful of the people pacing in front of their houses. If they see you, they'll call the guards. And then we gotta fight them. Easy enough though. But we can't enter the house after that. Such a shame. Now the last thing we can really do in this town at the moment is the long building below the bug catcher's hut is a tavern. And a bald man. My son really liked to play the flute, but he went to look for the golden power and has not returned. I wonder where he is and what he's doing now. Remember that. It'll be handy for later. But if you head up to the north, there's a treasure chest on the other side of the bar. Well, I'll show you how to get it. First, we gotta leave. And conveniently enter the back door. Woohoo! Here, we can part-time as a bartender. No, I mean, here we can open this chest for the second magic bottle. So that's 2 of 4. Now, in Kakariko Village, if we go to the house here with this woman pacing, kind of bypass her a little bit, pop in, we could find a painting on the wall of Mario, but if we pull on it, free cash. I don't know, I just thought that was fun. There we are. Oh, and be careful of Kukos. Typical Zelda fashion. If you stab them a whole lot, they will become murdered chickens and fly from the screen at you. I'll show that when we can do more damage. But for now, we want to exit to the south and find this odd building here and enter it. This here is a duplex with twins in it, but they boarded up their connecting door, so we just got to blow that up for them. Don't worry, they don't mind. They're twins. But on this side is a racetrack. If we can reach the goal within 15 seconds, we get something good. The fourth piece of heart. Now there is a trick to this. What you want to do is hold your sword like you're going to do the spin slash, but don't release it, and you'll just quickly stab the shrubs in front of you. I will give you a rundown of how to do that. Ready, set, go! So there we go. And we just release the spin. And then we want to take the route at the top. Now after this, don't release, it takes too much time. Just zigzag like this. And 14 seconds, first try, pro gamer. Uh-oh, Link, keep the murder down. No, we just attacked him. Now be careful, he has a huge hitbox here. And if we jump down, you have to redo it. But our prize is a fourth piece of heart, increasing our life meter to 5 hearts. Currently, this is everything we can do in Kakariko Village. So we're going to want to head back to Sanctuary. And surprisingly, a quick way to do that is to save and quit. Because when we restart the game, Link's house and now Sanctuary are starting points. And the game does limit you, no matter what you were when you close the game. Every time you start the game, you begin with a limited amount of hearts. I don't know, just so you don't abuse this. Anyway, from Sanctuary, follow the dirt path to the right. And be careful of those red soldiers that throw spears. Do not engage. Super hard. Just keep following to the right. Darn blue guy. And head south. Here, we'll find a big wooden bridge that we can cross, and some arrow soldiers. Now, if we just stand in front of them, they can't hurt us because we have a shield. And our boomerang actually deflects them too. So freeze them for easy traveling, and we're going to want to head north. Make sure you have your magic mushroom. And do not attack this guy here. He actually electrocutes you. Very dangerous. If you want to kill him, freeze him with the boomerang first, and then his electricity goes away. But our main goal here is this little witch. Give her the magic mushroom. Why, thank you, young man. Come back to the shop later for something good. Yep, be right back. Now just shift out of the screen and come back in. And head inside the shop. Standing next to her apprentice is a bag of magic powder. You can sprinkle it on enemies and use it to do some puzzles. The best thing ever is there are enemies called anti-fairies that if we sprinkle magic powder on them, they turn into regular fairies. We can catch them with the net. Super good time. And additionally, in here you can buy some potions, but I'm going to refrain. In general, red is health potions, green are magic potions to regenerate your magic meter, and blue does both. So for now, we're going to want to backtrack back to the bridge. Take care of the little blue soldiers, and this time exit to the south. Now this area is full of Octoroks. They won't target you directly like the original Zelda game, but they just wander aimlessly and shoot. So just avoid them and head south, and follow the path to the east. Now since we're a little damaged, we're going to take out this blue soldier. Ow, dang it. Second blue soldier. Alright, Boomerang, do your stuff. Don't worry about damage too much right now. In this cave is a fairy fountain who will heal us for free as many times as we want. Alright, now that that's done, the Eastern Palace is just through this way here to the north. Stupid Octorok in the way. So we're going to want to head up these stairs. Careful of the Octoroks. Ah, dang it, he got me. He got me! Just continue north and jump down this cliff here into this hut. And check it out, the village elder. Oh, I am indeed the village elder and a descendant of the wise men. Sorry, I'm not saying these names. I literally cannot pronounce them. Oh, Link, I'm surprised a young man like you is searching for the Sword of Evil's Bane. Not just anyone can use that weapon. Legend says only the hero who has won the 3 pendants can wield the sword. You want to find it? I love that our options are yes or of course. Good. As a test, can you retrieve the Pendant of Courage from the Eastern Palace? If you bring it here, I will tell you more of the legend and give you a magical artifact. Now, go forward to the palace. Yeah, like we had a choice. Now, remember this little spot here. We'll be back. Now, another enemy in this zone are Armoros. These are little statues. If you get too close, they'll come alive. But a boomerang can put them in their place for a little bit while you stab them. Or you could just, outrun them. That's good too. So we're going to want to head south to where we jump down. Activate that Armoros so we can get past. And jump off this cliff spot to the right. Head up these stairs. And keep heading up the stairs. Take care of this soldier real quick. And continue up to the entrance of the first dungeon, the Eastern Palace. Now this room here has 3 entrances, but the left and right literally lead nowhere. But underneath the center pot here is a switch for the first door. Now these enemies aren't too terrible. Yeah, they usually just run away. To open this door, there's this weird shaped tile here that acts as a switch. Now in here, be very careful. Plummeting down the center of the room are a bunch of bullets. They alternate for the most part, small bullets left or right, but as you see there, a big one comes down periodically. So wait for the big one to pass, and then dodge your way up and hide in the alcoves as necessary. Easy enough. Now before you go up the stairs, wrap around to the left here, and we get ourselves some nice easy money. $100 in a chest. Yes, please. Now that we're flush with cash, let's head up and go through the northern door. In here, there's skeleton enemies at the bottom, but they literally can't hurt us up here, and they don't try to attack us, they just wander aimlessly. But over on the right, 1 is a heart piece, and 2 is a switch to open the door. Now, if you try to attack the skeletons, they literally just try to dodge. You can get them in a corner and just spam the attack, or they have trouble dodging your spin attack. Comes out too quick. But don't worry about the guys. Our goal is the northeast door, and this enemy here is a anti-fairy. They will bounce around the screen kind of like one of those DVD home screens, if you're old enough to remember those. And if they touch you, not only do they hurt your health, but they also drain some of your magic. You can easily avoid them or sprinkle magic powder on them, and they'll turn into a fairy that we can catch. There we go. Stuffed one fairy in a bottle. Now, to open the door in the south, the middle pot has a switch. And lovely enough, in here is the dungeon map. To get out, just jump down the stairs and head out the left door. And we'll be in the southern part of this room. Now return to the left, to the center room here. And again, activate the switch, because this will open the door on the western side. Which we'll head through here. More skeletons, but nothing to worry about. In the southwest door is a room. Quickly run to the center and grab a pot, because we have to kill all of these skeletons to open the doors. Because they will not try to dodge pots. They don't recognize them as an attack, which is super cool. Now in the northern room, we get another chest that contains the compass. Huzzah! At this point, we're going to want to head to the east, and we'll find a weird tile in the wall. These are a telepathy tile, and we can talk with the village elder. And if you get stuck, he'll give you hints on what to do in the dungeon. At this moment, we want to continue east and grab a pot. Not just for the skeleton, which I'm going to take care of quickly here, because he's going to get in the way. But this green guy, yeah, he wakes up if you get too close to him and chases you for a little bit. But the green ones, we can kill with pots. Very handy. And that large chest at the bottom contains the dungeon treasure that we're looking for. But since we don't have the big key, exit out the eastern door and follow the path straight south. Now quickly run away from them, and you'll hit a switch and enter the door. Now in here are going to be a bunch of skeletons and pots. What we're looking for in here is in the top right pot for a key. We're going to need that because once we enter the previous room, we're going to want to continue running clockwise around the room until we get to a locked door. For lucky, the fairies won't hurt us. Just gotta go fast, gotta pretend we're Sonic. Run, run, run. Through the locked door. Wow, this room looks familiar. Now this room is booby trapped. And these anti-fairies that are circling that pot are special, and our magic powder will not work on them. And the second we kill all the enemies in the room, they will fly away from the pot and become a nuisance. Now the reason they're circling that pot is underneath it is a switch that'll make the big key chest appear. So be careful once you kill the final enemy, because there they go. And our prize, the big key, which we can use to open the northern door. Now if we head to the right here, we're back in the big chest room. Now be careful, once you open the big chest, new monsters will drop down. A Staphos enemy, which will chase after us with their skulls. You'll see. So quick, grab the bow, and then just run away. If we leave the room and come back in, the Staphos will be gone. Now, one more fun thing we can do is, if we jump down into these giant vases, we can catch extra fairies. So now we have 2 fairies crammed into bottles for our safety. And those strange tiles will warp us back up to the floor above. Now to continue the dungeon, we're going to want to head north to a very poorly lit room that contains 2 green guys. Now you don't have to kill everything in here. Instead, on the northeastern side is a doorway that leads to a couple of anti-fairies, but a treasure room. Link to the Past, a lot of the dungeons have just random treasure rooms, and I love it. But anyway, we leave here, just running away from these guys a little bit. We have to kill the green guys to get a key. And one arrow will make quick work of these if you hit them in the eye. It's the only place they're vulnerable. Oh, no, I was slightly off. Dang it. Yeah, they're kind of hard to hit in the dark. Feel free to light a brazier. But, got our key. Heading up these stairs. Underneath the pot is another switch to open the door. Careful of the anti-fairies, though. And in here, oh boy, 3 armored soldiers. You can carefully activate one at a time and work your way down. Now the bottom switch here is the real one that'll open the doors to a bullet hell room. Yeah, these are fun. Now you just got to work through here until you find the real switch in the top right, top left. Now in here we got to kill all of the enemies. Now, one thing to note, the red version of these enemies are immune to pots somehow and take 2 arrows to kill. Well, that was super easy and convenient. Now we have 2 side by side, so be very careful. You're gonna activate both no matter what you do. Well, there we go. That was easy enough. Oh, come on, wake up. Wake up. Shoot you in the eye. And for our troubles is the first boss. Now, if you quickly run to the top left corner, you can just sit here and shoot him with arrows. You just got to be careful because eventually they will line up and charge towards you, or you can take one of them out. 3 arrows per enemy at the moment. Just be warned, when there's only 1 left, he turns into a big red guy and will try to stomp you. Now, he won't make it all the way to you if you run across the room, so you can try to shoot him with an arrow. Or, when he comes down, you can swing a sword at him. So you can kind of just use the 5 Ds of dodgeball here. Gotta duck, dip, dodge, and dive. For our troubles, we get another heart container, and if we catch it, and you don't have to catch it, but we get the Pendant of Courage. There's 2 pendants left for the Master Sword. But remember, the village elder wanted to talk to us after we got the pendant. So feel free to just jump off the ledges. Link ain't afraid of no fall damage. And just like that, we're back at the village elder. Hey, I did your task. What? You got the Pendant of Courage? Okay, now I'll tell you more of the legend. 3 or 4 generations ago, Order of Knights protected the royalty of the Hyla. These Knights of the Hyrule were also guardians of the Pendant of Courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the Great War against Evil that took place when the 7 Wise Men created their seal. Among the descendants of the Knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I see. Link, I believe you should get the remaining pendants and carry this with you. This is a treasure passed down by the families of the Wise Men. I want you to have it. So our troubles, we get the Pegasus shoes. And with that, we can run really, really fast. So, because we have the dash boots, we can actually open wall symbols like that. Just dash into them and lose a couple brain cells. And behind the Elder is a veritable treasure loot with bombs. Gotta love bombs. Well, this looks like a good time to call it quits. This has been part 1 of The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past guided walkthrough, where we saved a princess and got sent on an errand to collect jewelry. Stay tuned for the next episode as we collect the second pendant and learn how to swim. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, as it'll help the channel grow. Thanks.